Hello, everyone. I'm June Riley, CEO of VC Task Force. Thank you for joining us today. And as many of you know, VC Task Force is an organization that supports the venture community by addressing issues of the day through programs and events. This is one of those events. It's called Gary's Picks, and Gary interviews absolutely fabulous entrepreneurs. So today I'm going to turn the floor over to Gary, and he's going to talk about his program today. Take it away, Gary.
Yeah, thanks, June. Appreciate it. And thanks, everybody. My name is Gary Fowler, and I am a serial entrepreneur and investor. I've done 17 companies. I've been involved in 2 unicorns. I was on the original management team of Click Software that was sold to Salesforce for $1.35 billion, and also Yva.ai, an AI HR tech company. I've also written in the last 14 months 160 articles in AI, quantum computing, cybersecurity, entrepreneurship. Just love that stuff. And I am the CEO, president, and co-founder of GSD Get Shit Done Venture Studios, a premier AI and quantum venture studio located in Silicon Valley. We believe that intellectual capacity is evenly spread around the world, but opportunity is not. And our job is to make a little dent in the universe and change that. And I even have my Apple shirt on. Yay! So it's great to be here. And with that, I'd like to present Elnaz. It's great to have Elnaz here. She's the founder and CEO of ROYBI Robot, Time's Best Invention. She's a Forbes Technology Council member. She's originally from Iran and immigrated over to the US. She's been doing, her company has been listed as one of Time Magazine's best inventions in education, and on the 2019 CNBC Upstart 100 list. She's raised $4.2 million in seed funding, and she's a go-getter. And she's doing an incredible technology that helps children with early childhood education and to be able to help them in a self-guided way, learning through artificial intelligence and machine learning. Before this, she started a company called iBaby, and she served as a company's president, including being selected as a Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center milestone maker, and the woman of influence through Silicon Valley. She's been a speaker at numerous conferences, GSV, Consumer Technology Conference, Mobile World Conference, etc. And with that, great to have you here, Elnaz.
Thank you, Gary. It's so incredible to be here. Thank you for having me and little ROYBI robots to your show. I'm pretty excited.
I think you got your ROYBI robots right behind you.
Yes, of course. They go with me everywhere.
Wow, that's great. And so tell us a little bit about it. So you grew up in Iran, and you went to school till 2007 in Iran. And so you relocated to the US, and what was it like, by the way, in technology? You're a woman in technology in Iran. What's it like?
All I can say, very, very different. And we are talking about 15, 20 years ago. I moved to the US about 15 years ago. And back in Iran, at that point, I know things are a little bit better now. Women had very, very limited opportunities when it came to owning their businesses, being an entrepreneur. Normally, women are not the face of the company. I actually tried to have my own company back in Iran. Unfortunately, it didn't go anywhere. But I was very fortunate that, I had the opportunity to study back in Iran. I studied arts, and then I switched my major to software engineering. I went to one of the top 3rd universities in Iran, and all these really helped me to be creative and have enough knowledge in technology to be able to build products. And when I came to the US, I just grasped the opportunity. It's the land of hopes and dreams, right? And that's how my journey started, and it has been quite an exciting journey.
I mean, it's amazing too. I mean, people don't realize, some of the smartest people on the planet Earth are in Iran. Literally, right? To talk about, scholarship started there with the scholars, the Islamic scholars. How was it growing up? What was it like? It's really interesting. What was it like? What did you do on a daily basis? How was your life there compared to here?
So different. I remember that, of course, when I was born, this is a little bit emotional thing for me, because I was born actually during the Iran-Iraq war. So all I remember from my childhood was the sound of bombing, and for us, my family had to constantly change cities, go to different places. But none of those really stopped my family to really helping me to get the education that I needed to really pursue my dreams. I was really fortunate. My parents were so supportive. Even as a teenager, a lot of my friends would go to, I don't know, cooking classes or something else, and I was assembling computers.
Oh,
I
that's
was,
fantastic.
yeah, I was so into it. And I remember, I started with like MS-DOS, and the whole, monitor was all black and you couldn't really do anything. And I think I had the very few of the computers that came to Tehran. And on a daily basis, honestly, aside going to school, I was always, on my computer trying to do something.
Wow, that's amazing. And so what made you decide to relocate? Why did you immigrate? What happened in 2007? Was it just you said, I want to try something different, or what happened?
It actually took us 15 years to be able to move to the US. The process is crazy. And I was really fortunate that my parents and myself were able to actually come to the country and have the opportunity to get our green card. And of course, now we are proud citizens. And it was just that, I always felt, I felt different when I was in Iran. I always wanted to do something different. And as I mentioned, I even started my own business. And when I was 19 back in Iran, and it was just so difficult. I couldn't do anything. So when we came to the US, I was really able to do the things that I've always dreamed of. And that was, the big moment for us, to have hope, right?
Yeah. Well, it's all about hope and dreams and,
Mhm.
passion and being able to do it. I
Right.
lived in Russia almost 14 years myself. So I spent time in Moscow and, being, growing up in the States and going over and, you got to value differences, right? You got to look at things a little bit differently from other people's eyes and understandings and religion and everything else, because
Mhm.
it's just different. And if you try to impose your values, sometimes it's not a good thing. You got to look at it through their eyes. I've been on the border of Iran. I've been in Azerbaijan, actually,
Well, that's
Baku. I spent
incredible.
time speaking up in Baku several times, actually. Very, very interesting. But okay, so you come over here, then you go over, you don't finish your school, the Iran University of Science and Technology. You come over to California State University, East Bay, and you finish your degree. You got a BA, but not a BS. Did you study computer science?
Back in Iran, I did, but when I came here, I still decided to continue art. And again, I think, there's something about art, and even in my everyday life at ROYBI, whether it be, product design, hardware design, or something related to our website packaging, or even application, it's just art involved. And I think it's in my genes. So I wanted to continue that here. But on the side, as a, self-taught person, I did a lot of coding. I did a lot of work, in some back end and front end development. And I remember even the time that I came to the US, I was even going door to door, giving flyers to businesses and saying, I can actually make things better for you.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
great. So
I
you
did so
you were
many
out there
different
working
things.
it. That's great. I love that. It's a great story. And you were a tutor? You were an English as a second language tutor?
Yes, at West Valley College. Yes, it was quite an interesting journey because, I studied English back in Iran. Once again, I was truly that my parents gave me resources, to learn so many things. And I think it's because of my personal connection to, my childhood learning languages. Maybe that's why I saw the necessity and built a product in language learning for children, because it's really helped me. When I moved here, I could speak the language. I could do so many things, and it helped me to, do many different things here in the US, like faster than I could imagine.
No, that's great. And so you worked at eDesign Group, you were designing websites. So, and using your creativity, I'm looking through it, creative advertising, interactive, and then what made you decide to go down through? I know you had iFam Care, you were working as a co-founder. What happened to iFam Care?
So it was part of the company iBaby that I was one of the co-founders and the president of the company. It is still ongoing. We actually got on the shelf of some major retailers, like we were in all Apple stores, Walmart stores, Target, and still you do see our products on the shelf. And, I decided personally that wasn't enough for me. I just wanted to make a much bigger impact. And, referencing back to my own childhood, I know that from the bottom of my heart is that if we want to make a better future, it starts with our children. And that's why I decided to do something in education for children. And it's really a big passion of mine.
Wow, that's great. And so you move forward and who did the software development work for ROYBI? I know you're using AI, to deliver personalized for kids stories, etc. I think it's a great idea, but who's the one that did the programming?
My co-founder, I actually had the opportunity to work with him even before ROYBI. And, he's a father of 3 kids. So we always talked about education. He would always tell me about the challenges he has with the kids' homeworks and studying. Even to this date, he always talks about these challenges. And again, education also being a personal matter to me, we decided to start a company together. So I mainly focus on, business aspects, product development, sales, and he focuses mainly on R&D, manufacturing, and operations within our offices, mainly in Shenzhen, China.
And where are you located? Are you still in San Francisco area, or where are you located?
Yes, so we actually founded the company in Mountain View. During pandemic, we made a little bit shift. We moved to San Jose, and now everybody works remotely, but we have our small office and our warehouse in San Jose.
That's amazing, because that's where I live down in San Jose normally, but now I'm out in Florida. So I moved over here during the pandemic and actually like it. The prices are a lot cheaper, by the way.
That makes a huge difference,
It's a
especially
huge
for
difference.
startups.
It's amazing, actually. And you don't have the, since we're working here now, it's and transfer stuff over, you don't have the income tax issues. You don't have the 12% or whatever it is. Definitely. So how's business?
Business is growing and it is so exciting. Actually, even before this show, I had the honor to present ROYBI to Congresswoman, and so many people are showing great support, and we are getting tons of traction. We are in major retail stores online right now because store traffic is not that great like before. And we are also, we have individual customers in over 30 countries, growing. We are talking with schools. So things are looking pretty good for ROYBI. In my opinion, a little slow, but it is growing.
No, well, that's part of the market. It's, hang tough and move out with the market. So what's next? I mean, you have, so do you have a ROYBI there with you that works?
Yes.
Now, let's see how that works. I'm
Sure.
really
So
curious.
a little bit background about ROYBI. It's a small robot, and we designed it in a way that is small. It's not heavy. So it's for kids. We focus ages between 2 to 8, so they can easily hold it. It comes with a camera because we also have a patent pending technology to evaluate child's emotions during the practice time. And then we will know if the child is, if they're excited about a lesson, that means they're excited about that topic and category. And then gradually we can adjust the content for them. And then the small screen, they still need visuals, but we want to take the kids away from large screens like TV, phones. That's why it is small. And of course, it took us a very long time, between 4 to 5 months to design this. Also comes with different hats.
Hey, I love that.
Thank you. And there's a small button here. Whenever the child presses the button, that's the only time that ROYBI wakes up and listens during the practice time. It's not like other like speakers that all of a sudden they may wake up and start recording. It's not like that. We really care about the privacy. And of course, here it comes with battery, so it's portable. They can take it with them. But the power and brain behind it is our ASR engine, which is automatic speech recognition. So I'm gonna play it, and it will recognize the answers. And also next year we are deploying Edge.ai, which I can talk about it a little bit later. So let's see.
Hi friends, I need your help to remember the name of these organs. What is this body part called?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Say brain.
Brain.
You got it.
That's great.
So if you noticed in the beginning, I didn't give the answer. So it recognized it's not the answer, asked me to repeat it and said it's brain. And this is how it works. And then we also create, I can actually show it to you. We create AI generated reports for like pronunciations, vocabulary. You don't see numbers because I haven't used my ROYBI. I should use, but these are here like some of the words and improvement suggestions. Another thing is also it has video, so people can just like it's a live video. Just use it to monitor, and it also sees the child and says hello to them time to time.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, how much does one of the ROYBIs cost?
So retail is 150.
Well, that's great. And where do they find the ROYBIs?
So first on our website, it is roybirobot.com. And of course, we are available on Amazon. We are on Sam's Club, Walmart, Best Buy, and in stores, all stores in Best Buy Canada.
That's fantastic. Well, it sounds like you're moving. What's next? What are you going to do next? What's the next part of ROYBI, or what are you going to do on this?
My gosh, you ask an entrepreneur what's next. It's like, I want to do everything, build a world and change the world, if I can. But next for us would be, I did mention to you about our Edge.ai. So we are the only company to have developed Edge.ai, which is on device recognition. Now voice recognition goes back to cloud and comes back. There is an issue of privacy, some delays. And we are the only company that built this patented technology for children. We can also identify, 3 speakers when they talk. So that's the next that we are going to deploy into ROYBI. That is going to be a game changer. We are also looking for partnerships and expansion with schools, and it is really important for us to get ROYBI within the school system to the hands of as many kids as possible, and also help the educators. And of course, the third one is we are also currently fundraising. We are looking for extra funding for our expansion and growth.
And how much you're raising in this round?
So right now, 8 million.
$8 million in this round. And
Yes.
are you gonna are you international yet or not?
Yes, we actually are in 2 stores in Dubai, and we also ship outside. We have a distributor in the UK, and we also have individual customers in over 30 countries.
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, you're doing a great job with it. You're a great job. And you know, and during these trying times with COVID, et cetera, it's always nice to have something that'll, you know, I know as a child, I used to have robots that weren't really robots. They would move on their wheels, and they would say a couple of words, but they're always programmed. But I love the idea of having the interaction with the robot to be able to help and learn and teach them. You know, and that's the way the world's going to be, because that robot you're going to have is going to be an intelligent assistant at some time. And it's going to help a kid not only through to 8, but throughout their life. It'll change. And so that's almost like having a friend forever. You know, it's going to be interesting in another 10 years when you start to see that. So the ROYBIs become, you know, human-like.
Absolutely. And also, you know, we also think about the impact that our product has. You know, we hear so many amazing stories from our customers. You know, we also have some customers with special needs. You know, we say they have unique skill sets. We know that ROYBI has helped some kids with speech disorder. Also, we know that some of our customers have autism, and we were told that actually they take ROYBI with them to therapy. They see it as a friend. And also we heard that some of the kids, they were really shy, they wouldn't talk to anybody, but they actually talk to ROYBI because they see it as a trusted friend, no judgment. You know, they can play with it at any time. And for us also, the impact of our work is really important.
No, that's great. Well, you're doing a great job. I want to thank you, Elnaz, so much for coming on my show today. Gary's Picks. You've done an incredible thing with ROYBI, and you know, I've raised millions of dollars myself for different companies. There's great opportunities out there. You know, put your own dent in the universe and keep moving them. I'm really proud of the things that you've done, and to be able to come from the situation you did, and to be able to go and become an entrepreneur and success and moving forward in your life is really important. And that's about the power and the grit and visualization. So congratulations to you. Great. You're a great model for all female entrepreneurs, all entrepreneurs, but you know, you have hope and you can do anything you want.
We are going to change the world. You know, that's why we entrepreneurs, we want to make a change. We want to make history. And I also have to, you know, give credit to my incredible team, you know, my family, and everybody, mentors, advisors, who have given me incredible support during this time.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you again.
June,
over to you.
Gary, I just wanted to thank you for another fabulous interview. And Inez, first of all, I have to say, it's such a cute and adorable item. I just want to hold it. It just looks like any kid would just love to hold it. And then it's very productive. And it's supportive, and it helps growth. So I think your product is an actually wonderful product, and good luck and much success to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
All right, sounds great.
Next time in Gary's Picks.
Sounds great. Look forward to it. Thanks, Elnaz. Thanks, June.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.